Welcome to MeVitae. Today we will be looking at a demonstration of MeVitae's talent screening solution within SuccessFactors. At MeVitae, we are moving away from the previous methods of talent screening that focuses solely on matching talent. Our solution is an AI hiring agent that will streamline and automate your talent acquisition processes from the initial point of creating the job description to the final stage when candidates are hired. We will begin with the job description. As you can see here, we have created an example requisition that is for a team assistant to retail asset management. We use the MeVitae prefix to enable or disable the talent screening tool, which means it can be enabled on a job by job or department by department basis based on your requirements. And that is all that you need to do to enable the tool. Then you must include your job description and requirements as standard within SuccessFactors. You will see we have included a link at the end of the job description that allows you to customise these requirements further. Now, if we take a look at the link, which is set up with single sign-on, we can see that the job description on the left-hand side. The first thing that the system does is take the job description, reads it, analyse it, and pulls out the key requirements, which we can see here on the right-hand side. Once we have the key requirements that are automatically labelled as essential, preferred, or nice to have, although the system does this automatically, they are completely editable too, and you can also add in additional requirements too, or also use the AI regenerate option if you would like to refresh all of the requirements. This ensures that all candidates are assessed against the exact same requirements, creating a completely fair process. For every requirement, there are a number of questions below. These are completely AI generated. The system will use these questions to determine whether or not a candidate meets the requirements. For example, experience of working in a similar team assistant or PA at a FTSE 250 is broken down into 5 sub-questions. Again, you can edit these, delete them as you wish, or you can also add in new questions as well. You can also add in individual weightings to each of the questions between 1 and 5. That way, when the AI is reviewing the candidate, it is prioritising the same areas that you would prioritise. If we go back into SuccessFactors, you can see the full list of candidates. When integrated, we will also include a column where you will see the candidates' grading on how well they have met the job requirements, and you can then filter this. In this demonstration, we have used an A to D rating, A being the candidates who have exceeded requirements and D being those candidates who have not met the requirements. However, these gradings are completely customisable. You might opt for 1 to 4 or another variation that's more suitable. If we open up one of these candidates and scroll down, you can see the MeVitae match category, and this candidate has been matched B. And below this, we have included a link to allow you to review which of the requirements have been successful or unsuccessful. When we click the link, we have a very similar view to before. However, now on the left-hand side, we can see the candidate's resume, and on the right-hand side, we have their requirements. We can see a percentage of how well the candidate has met each of these requirements, and you'll notice that when we hover over each requirement, the evidence will be highlighted within the candidate's resume. We can also click on the requirements to reveal the exact questions used, and these are marked as either green or red. Green means that they have met the requirement, and again, the red area means that they have not. And if you hover over any of the questions, this will also be highlighted within the resume. This view is also filterable, so you can choose to look at the requirements they have met or those they have not met. In addition, if you do not agree with one of the requirements, you can change this from a red to a green or a green to a red. If you are changing from a candidate from a red to a green, you can highlight the area in the resume that you have found this evidence. This allows the system to then learn from your recruiters and adapt off the back of it. Therefore, the more that you use the system, the smarter that it will get. The highlighting functionality can be really useful from the candidate experience perspective. If a candidate has not met the requirements, this can easily be shared with them as feedback on why they've not been progressed to the next stage. In addition, for those candidates who have been advanced, but maybe haven't met all of the requirements, the questions can be included in the interview to gain the full picture of the individual. And from this stage, your standard hiring process can continue. Thank you for listening. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to hello@mevitae.com.